Howdy, guys. I'm Greg,
And I'm Swag Bastion.
and we are the League Bros coming at you with the first ever League Bros podcast. So let's get into it. First up, we have patch notes, patch 11.17. So what's the deal with this, Swag?
Some champions got nerfed, some champions got buffed.
You don't say.
Obviously, yep. So Viego and Akshan are really the most notable changes.
Oh, you think so?
Because people hate them, and they're strong. They're pretty
Fair.
strong. So.
Fair. They are pretty strong and annoying. I'm banning Akshan essentially every game right now. So do you want to go over the changes to Akshan?
Absolutely. Okay, so his W, he can no longer claim scoundrels when he's dead. So if he gets an assist on a champion that killed his allies after he died, then they're no longer going to get resurrected.
Nice, that's
which
good.
is pretty bullcrap. That was bullcrap anyway.
All right.
And now we got his E. It just got nerfed, I think, here. Yes. Just got, like, base damage nerfed.
Right.
And also... Oh, but it got the scaling buffed. So, yay. I love scaling. Scaling being buffed. It just means you buy, like, one item, and they're stronger automatically than they were before the patch. So great.
Right.
And then we just got a bunch of bug fixes, pretty much.
Well, the R cancellation cooldown is down to 5 seconds, which I was playing with an Akshan main recently, and they were saying once this change goes through, he's gonna be really strong, which is, I mean he's already really strong, so not fun.
Yeah. I mean, the patch has been out for a day, and honestly, Akshan seems like he's still really super strong. So these changes really did nothing.
Sure. All right, what about Amumu?
All right, yeah, we got a little Amumu rework here. His Q has 2 charges now. And let's see. We got lower base damage on his Q, but higher scaling. I don't know why they keep doing this. But they did it.
That's awesome.
The charge cooldown is higher than the original cooldown, obviously, because it has 2 charges.
Right.
And then his W base damage is up with the scaling down.
Interesting.
Oh, actually, just kidding. The base damage is up with the percentage base damage down.
Okay.
So, slam dunk. And his ultimate is now 1.5 seconds stun at all ranks. That's a pretty big change.
So
because it used to scale up.
Right. It used to scale up to 2 seconds. So that's honestly really good. If you don't like playing against Amumu.
If you don't like Amumu.
And his health growth as well as armor growth is down a little bit, right?
Well, his health growth is up. Never mind.
No, they're both down.
I don't like the strike through, man.
No, right. All right,
Okay.
moving on to Echo. We have Echo, his passive is going to do increased damage to monsters. It goes from 150% to 200%. So Echo already absolutely viable in the jungle, and they're buffing him. So I'm going to be playing him again because I was playing him in the jungle. Basically, that's the only place I was playing him because I'm terrible at mid lane. But his passive doing 200% damage instead of 150 to jungle monsters. Or it says increased damage versus monsters. Yeah, so jungle monsters. So dangerous. I would ban him if you're not going to play him. But this next champion, Evelyn, she is also getting a little bit of a buff in the early game, which I don't know why you need to do that, because she is already obscene in the early game. She's obscene in the late game. Or maybe she's not obscene in the early game, but she's strong in the early game and obscene in the late game. So you're just giving her an even bigger opportunity to take the game over. Her ultimate cooldown, instead of being 140 at level 1, ultimate is 120. Then it goes to 100 and then 80. So it has the same ultimate cooldown at level 3, but it's 20 less at level 1 and 10 less at level 2. So obscene.
Yes.
So maybe you should consider banning Echo and Evelyn, or probably Evelyn.
Yeah, both of them, because every player has 2 bans. Come on.
Okay, that was
Right?
troll.
Yeah.
That was definitely troll.
Okay. Yeah, definitely very scary, the Evelyn buff, because I hate Evelyn, and I also hate Echo.
Well, on top of you hating both of those champions, they're already pretty strong.
Yes.
so
Well, that's why I hate them.
Okay, good. You like weak
I mean,
champions?
if they were weak, I wouldn't care.
Right, exactly. Which champions do you like? Which weak champions do you like?
Zillion.
Oh, Zillion, yeah.
I
he
like
is-
playing Zillion, and playing against Zillion doesn't suck too much. So,
Okay. I can respect that.
Yep.
All right, moving on.
All right. Gangplank move speed on his passive is 15 to 30% by level, rather than 30% at all ranks or at all levels, which
Okay,
is pretty
little
big. That's
little nerf.
pretty big. No, that's a pretty large nerf,
Right.
because Gangplank heavily relies on that movement speed to get out of situations or kite or anything like that.
Right.
So that's pretty large. He's going to be significantly weaker early.
Mm-hmm.
And his Q now counts as a ranged basic attack. Okay, so this doesn't seem like a big change
Well,
at first.
Right.
But Gangplank was taking Grasp of the Undying, and ranged attacks that proc Grasp get less of a bonus. They get less of...
Right.
Yeah.
So taking Grasp
yeah.
got nerfed.
Yeah, taking Grasp got nerfed, but also Fleet technically...
Fleet got nerfed as well.
Technically on Fleet got nerfed, but Fleet gets buffed later in the patch. So,
okay.
Yeah, and we got a buff to his E, where it benefits from critical strike damage more, and you also get more charges of barrels
At the higher
later
ranks.
ranks,
Right.
which is a little bit crazy.
Up to
That's a little
5
bit
barrels,
crazy.
actually.
True.
But the
And
recharge time is going up.
Yeah. So that's a little bit of a nerf, just to like even it out, because they're going to have more barrels anyway. You're going to back and then charge up some barrels, and then
Right.
maybe like never use that one barrel for a long time.
I actually think this is kind of a nerf, but I don't really know how to feel about it. I'm going to have to watch some Tobias Fate videos in order to see how bad it actually is.
True. I think overall it's a nerf, a
Fair.
Gangplank nerf.
Same.
All right. Up next we have Graves, and his Q mana cost got increased by 20. It is now 80. And this did absolutely nothing. Okay, so Graves is still absolute... He can still carry games. He can still one-shot your carries. And I hate him. I hate Graves.
Uh-oh.
Graves has been absolutely demolishing in silver, probably by Smurfs. Uh, and
That's
I
awesome.
played against him and with him yesterday when the patch was out. Still really good. Doesn't make a single difference. So, any thoughts?
Yeah, big thoughts here for Graves.
Yeah. Do you
Uh,
play against Graves
you
or
know,
with a Graves or anything?
the only thing I observe with Graves is Tobias Fate playing in the mid lane, and I mean I think he is really strong. I think you can get to a point in the game where you're really strong. I don't know how badly this is going to impact him. I didn't realize it was the same mana cost throughout the game. So
Yeah.
I don't know. He definitely has mana issues. So we're gonna
True.
have to see.
If you're playing him mid
Well, I even think like
or top,
if you
like
skirmish,
lane.
right. If you skirmish outside of jungle, he's having issues. But I mean, this is I don't see him played a whole lot in gold. But this is probably beneficial because he's a pain in the rear end if he gets fed, a serious pain in the rear end.
True. True.
All right,
But
wonderful.
I haven't felt it at all. So
Fair. Well,
let's
you've only been
go.
playing one day. Have you played him yet?
No, I don't play Graves. I'm really bad with Graves.
Okay,
So
fair. All right, on to Aurelia. They're nerfing her again because
yeah, they're
she's
nerfing. Yeah, her heal on her Q.
right. It is going from 12 to 20% attack damage to 8 to 16% attack damage. It's across levels. So this is, I don't know. I think this might be significant.
Okay. I have input here. I
All right, then
played
input
against
it,
an Aurelia in lane yesterday,
and
and I was playing Malzahar. Um,
then she still
she
kicked your rear.
she pretty much healed up on the wave. She healed up all the damage that I dealt to her on the wave.
Wow.
Um,
Okay,
like
so this was after the patch dropped.
yeah. So
What a shame.
there's really no difference. Also, she buys Vampiric Scepter on her first
Right.
back, so it
Immediate.
like doesn't even make a difference. She still smashed me. She still dove me with no counterplay, and I hate this champion. So
Okay, fair. Well, so she's apparently still strong. So continue to play her if you're good at her, which I am not. So, all right, moving on. We have a Kayn nerf, blue Kayn nerf. His passive magic damage is down from 12 to 44% to 8 to 30%. All right, so the reason why Riot is doing this is because he's been building a Gore Drinker, or people playing Blue Kayn have been building Gore Drinker. They don't want they don't want an assassin to be building tank items, which they have not done a good job with. So so they're hoping this will encourage the building of more damage items on Kayn as opposed to building Gore Drinker, which I don't necessarily think is like a bad idea, because Blue Kayn is pretty strong. I've been playing Kayn quite a bit recently, but I've mostly been playing red, and he is absolutely unkillable red. So I still think he's going to be a strong pick, and if you're building more damage, it's going to be fine. We're going to have to see how this feels in game. I don't know. Swag, have you played against a Blue Kayn since
not
the
that I
patch?
remember. No,
Okay.
nothing memorable.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
But yeah, I mean, assassins should be building assassin items, and
right.
there are a lot of things wrong with the game, like You either have to build full tank or full damage slash bruiser. Uh, you can't build a mix, and there are a lot of balancing issues like that.
Good,
So,
good. Well, that's what we like to see. That we appreciate that.
yeah, yeah. No.
No,
Uh,
right. Okay. All right.
okay,
Well,
great.
moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Leona, her W bonuses decreased.
By five
Thank
each level.
yeah, yeah. Thank God, honestly, because Leona is annoying, is really annoying when you play against her, and that's pretty much all I have to say about that.
Yeah, I think this is going to be more upsetting for her in the early game because she's building tank items anyways. So like later, it's not going to be as noticeable. But W bonus armor and magic resist being reduced by 5. Going from 20 to 15 at level 1 is a little upsetting. I mean, that's going to be upsetting for the early game for sure. All right, moving on to Lysandra. Lysandra, I don't know, Swag, do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, very few people play Lysandra. I think
But I think she's strong.
Yeah, I think she is strong. This is a very slight, uh,
Slight buff.
buff.
Yeah, correct.
Very slight buff.
Her mana on her Q went down by 5 each level, and her base attack damage went up by 2 from 53 to 55. So,
Very, very epic.
I've already seen Lysandra being played quite frequently, and I think she's going to be played more now with these small buffs. All right, moving on to Lucian.
Lucian, we got base attack damage down by 2,
Okay.
but on his passive, he gets magic damage on his next autos if he's buffed by an ally. So I tried this out. I thought he was weak, but then I just got showed. I got shown by a guy in the enemy team that's actually good with Lucian. That Lucian is actually strong
Yeah.
because
Well,
I'm trash with Lucian.
that's okay.
Yeah. So we got his W mana cost decreased by 10, and he also gets these stacks, these magic damage stacks on his passive when people trigger his W.
Right,
And
right.
then also his ultimate got a rework, a mini rework, where the amount of shots increases with critical strike chance, which is the way it used to be. And also the damage per shot was nerfed to compensate.
Okay.
Well, actually, it used to be attack speed. I think it used to be the number of shots increased with attack speed.
Oh, yeah.
But now it's crit chance. They just keep changing Lucian to see what works, what they think is the coolest, I guess.
Right, right. All right, on to Nami. So Nami got a little bit of a buff. You don't see her played very much, but I think she is fairly strong as long as you can hit that ultimate. If you suck, then maybe don't play Nami. Maybe play Vigar or Xerath. Yeah, so her base health is up by 15 from 475 to 490. Pretty all right there. And we have the W cost down by later levels. So it's the same at level 1, 70, but it goes down from 130 to 110 by level by max level. So, I wonder if we'll see more Namis. I think I actually played with or against a Nami earlier today. And maybe yesterday, but the thing is I've been losing all my games, so there's really no way to know if she's actually good. So
True.
Yeah.
True. Me too. I have too. But we can talk about that later.
Yeah. All right. On to Senna. Do you want to digest this?
Yeah. So Senna, we got her critical strike damage is now 160. I think That's the part on her passive where it's like, oh, okay, so she attacks slower, but her crit damage is higher or something
Mhm.
like that. So that's a buff. And then her soul drop rate is 10% for minions and small monsters and it kills, up from 4 point whatever. It's
4.166.
4.166, which is a very low 4. It's basically 4. So up 6%, that's pretty large. I think buffing Senna is scary.
Yeah, this is
And
a
I
bad
wouldn't
idea.
recommend it because
I'm
she's already strong.
are they coming out with a skin for her or something? Because this doesn't make any sense. Senna is so
Um,
blatantly annoying.
yeah, maybe. Maybe,
So,
I don't know. Maybe in the future. Not this patch,
well, that is,
but
that is
maybe in the
great.
future.
Right. That is wonderful. All right. So, moving on to Teemo. So, Teemo's E, um, its damage has gone up. Actually, base damage has gone up by 3 each level. The percentage ability powers has stayed the same. So,
This is
he's
very small Teemo buff for all
it,
those Teemo mains
yeah.
out
So
there.
if you're a Teemo main, reconsider that. But you'd be happy today,
Yeah, remember when Teemo used to be the most annoying champion in the game?
right? And now,
Those were good days, I feel.
right,
Now
yeah,
we have Lilia and
Viego.
Zoe. Well, I'm talking about annoying. Like,
Oh,
like
well, I think
you.
Viego's annoying. So
Oh, okay. I guess Aurelia is annoying too, but Lilia is the most annoying champion in the game,
okay, okay.
and you can fight me on that. So,
Well, I just started playing Liliana. I can confirm she is very good if you're good with her. So can't confirm
yes,
if I'm good or not.
and I'm bad with her. I'm bad at most things, actually. So,
Okay, stop roasting yourself. Okay,
okay.
so on to Viego.
Okay, yeah. So we got his attack range reduced by 25,
Wonderful.
which is
Praise God.
a yes, honestly, thank God for these nerfs. But I played against him yesterday and he smashed me very hard. So I don't know if the guy was good
Or you're
or if
bad.
the nerfs didn't matter. I am bad. So
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's why.
um so I guess it doesn't matter. So attack range down, healing upon possession down, which I don't even know why there is healing upon possession.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid.
So it's down down to 3% from 6%, but
No, I think it's eight
the
percent.
scaling is up. It's 8%. Oh, 8% maybe.
Wow, 8%. It was 8% plus bonus attack
Wait,
damage and
is
ability
it
power and
actually
attack
8%?
speed. Wow.
Oh, it is 8%. Dang.
Yep.
But the scaling is up, which means if he smashes you early, then it doesn't really matter. So that's good.
That's a comforting thought.
We also got a Q buff, uh,
Mm.
which is the damage multiplier from crit chance. 0 to 75%. It is now 0 to 100%. I don't know why they need to do compensation buffs, but whatever. Camouflage detection radius on his E
Up.
is increased, so you'll be able to see him coming a little bit easier.
Praise God.
Not really too much because he has a dash and invisibility, so it doesn't really matter. The slow duration on his ultimate is down 0.25 seconds. So it is now 2.5 seconds. It used to be 0.5. And then there are a bunch of bug fixes. So that not really big nerfs, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
Just a lot of small ones.
Well, those are welcome.
Yes.
I welcome those to my ears. Okay, so
Any nerfs to Viego are welcome. Any nerfs to Akshan are welcome.
right.
Any nerfs to Lilia. I hate Lilia.
Okay,
And
okay.
assassins. I mean, if you could just like
All
remove
right,
every
we're
assassin
getting
from the game,
a little off
right?
topic
That'd be
here.
pretty good.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So on to Zaya. I am actually not even understanding. I guess the cast time has gone from
Yeah.
0.25 seconds on the Q to uh,
So it decreases. The cast time decreases with attack speed.
oh, okay,
Now.
okay. Okay, wonderful. I honestly like
So,
that.
yeah. Very
And
quality of life
and
change.
Featherstorm damage is up. It's up. What is it
A
up?
lot at rank 1. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's up. It's up 75 at rank one
75 at rank 1, 50
and
at rank 2,
25 at rank
and
three.
25 at rank 3. That's kind of nuts.
I'm
Yeah.
glad. I think Zaya has been in a little bit of a weak position. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
when you see who's being played right now, Ezreal, Ashe. I don't know who else is even being played. I mean, you have a lot of like Ziggs bot lane.
Samira, maybe.
Oh, Samira, yeah. Jinx,
Varus. I've seen a lot of Varus.
yeah, Varus
Caitlyn.
as well.
Lethality. They just build lethality.
I know. I
because,
got totally blasted at one of these past games.
Yeah, regular assassins are just not, or regular carries. Regular ADCs are just not good enough anymore. They have to also be assassins. So,
Right, right. All right.
yeah, but
So
if you're good with Zaya, then you like that change.
you're right. Okay, so on to Zed, the last champion here. Let's see. Is this a buff? I mean, you
Yeah,
start reading
it's a
this.
buff across the board, pretty
Oh,
much.
oh, good. Wait, it says nerf up
Except
here on
his
the
nerf on
patch
R.
highlights.
Nerf on R.
Yeah, so I don't actually know
Nerf
if it
on
is a
R
buff.
cooldown, which is good. That's good. But
Right,
his
right.
E and his
Later.
Q ratios are up, which
Okay, so
yikes.
they're saying that
Yikes.
they're saying that this is a nerf, but you think it's maybe a buff?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, because his Q ratio is up. His E ratio is up.
down.
Okay.
E ratio's down. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
really?
Yeah, yeah. Q ratio's up.
Oh,
E
E
ratio's
ratio
down,
down. Okay, so then
and
it is an overall nerf.
overall nerf.
But he maxes Q first, from what I know. So
All right, so
I
he's
guess that's not going to do anything.
well, whatever. You know, it is what it is. Is what it
Yeah,
is.
I mean, I really wish it was just all nerfs, not not just like with one compensation buff because I hate Zed.
Well,
And I hate assassins.
he's definitely
So,
taken over one of my games recently and just completely obliterated us. Even though like I was very fed and I had built, I think I was playing Kayn. I think I had built Thornmail as well. So kind of upsetting. So I'm glad he's
yeah.
getting a nerf. Glad he's getting a nerf. Okay, so on to the
All right.
items.
Mhm.
On to the items. All right. Do you want to
Yeah,
talk about
so
Divine Sunder?
Sunder is down 5 attack damage, now 35, formerly 40. This is going to do absolutely nothing. The item is still broken.
That's funny.
So
Yeah,
keep building it,
because it
I'd
does a
say,
percentage of your something,
of your
percentage
max
of your
health, yeah.
max health. Yeah, wonderful. All right. Moving on to Hullbreaker. Okay, Hullbreaker is getting a health buff. It's getting an extra 100 health buff. I
Which
actually
is
think
scary. Not
yeah,
a good idea.
I actually think Hullbreaker is really good. You can actually build it on Trundle, on Scion, on Jax, on really anyone who's down to split push. Imagine if you built it on Tryndamere. That would be scary to do.
I don't think he needs it,
I mean, maybe
but
not, but
yeah, I think he needs damage to kill people as fast as possible.
maybe. Anyways, it's I do not mind the buff, but I don't actually think they could have buffed it by 50 health. They're saying that the opportunity cost is too large. I don't necessarily agree with that.
Compared to other legendaries like Sterak's.
Yeah. I mean, how much HP does Sterak's have?
I don't know. I think the same, or or 300. I don't know.
I'm finding it
Or
now.
350? I don't know.
Okay, Sterix has 400 health, 50 attack damage, and now Hullbreaker has. The Hullbreaker has 400 health, 50 attack damage, and 150 base health regeneration. Huh. I mean,
But Sterix gives you a shield.
correct. I don't know. They may nerf it next patch, honestly. But maybe not. All right, on to Serpent's Fang. Do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, so Serpent's Fang nerf, thankfully. I hate lethality. So that's always good. It's just down. It's 12 lethality instead of 18 lethality
Well,
or 16. I
no, it's 18. That's a serious nerf.
18. Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
that's good.
I'm glad. I really do hate lethality.
Good. All right, on to Wit's End. Do you want to talk about this, or do you want me to?
Yeah, sure. So Wit's End, it's 15 on hit damage at levels 1 through 8, and then 25 to 80 at levels 9 through 18. So
Right.
instead of just scaling linearly, it now scales. It's now locked at 15 on hit at levels 1 through 8 because they thought it was a little too strong early. So
Right.
honestly, I don't think this makes a difference, really. Because,
Well, I mean, what are people? Do you think people are still going to rush this item?
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay, fair.
Because level 9 is pretty pretty darn early in the game.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So you just increase by 10, and then at 10 you go to 28 or 30 or whatever it is. I don't know. It's still
Sure.
It's still strong.
All right, so on to Yomu's Ghostblade. I guess I can talk about this. You hate lethality, so this has to do with
Yeah.
lethality.
Yeah.
All right, so its total cost is going down by 100, so it's going to be 2,900 now. Apparently, they think it's been underutilized. It's going to build out of Caulfield's Warhammer and Serrated Dirk, instead of Serrated Dirk and Pickaxe. So they're actually adding ability haste to it, 15 ability haste. They're reducing the damage by 5. So I'm thinking, I don't know. It may be bought more often as a CDR or ability haste option for assassins, which is fine. I guess it has been underutilized. So
I think they build it anyway.
Really?
Well, actually, maybe they go for something else. I'm not good at the game, so
okay.
so
good.
I build it on like Pike. I just go full lethality on Pike.
Okay.
And I always build Yumu's before Serpent's Fang or something like that.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, on Pike,
Yeah.
I guess maybe that makes sense, but that's going to be better now
Mhm.
for Pike. So you're in luck.
Sure.
Okay. What about Fleet Footwork here?
Yeah, we got the healing increased. The healing increased, and the healing versus minions is now 20% melee and 10% range from 100% melee and 20% range.
Right.
So that seems kind of nuts. It's encouraging you to hit champions.
that makes
lot
sense.
more.
I guess Nasus is no longer going to be taking Fleet Footwork. I saw, I've seen Nasus take Fleet Footwork a whole bunch, maybe like a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you think more
I
people are going
mean-
to take it now? Maybe.
I don't know. That melee buff or that melee nerf
Yeah, it's
is
insane.
pretty large. So,
But that's just against minions. But who's going to build it melee if you're
against minions.
right?
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, I mean, it's 100% if you hit a champion. That's why Tobias is taking it on Gangplank now instead of Grasp.
Oh
Get
yeah.
that sustain. I was watching his stream the other day.
Oh,
And
like yesterday?
yeah.
Okay, okay.
And he took it. So I guess if you're attacking enemy champions a lot,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be like a grasp, like a non-tank grasp, I guess.
Yeah, sweet. All right, do we want to talk about Void Clash? Okay, so I'll just read this out.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Well,
but
I'm going to do it
yeah.
anyways.
I mean, you can read it. You
Okay,
can read
okay.
it. Yeah.
The first weekend of the Void-themed Clash will be September 4th and 5th. Team formation for the first weekend will be open starting August 30th, so here in a couple days. The second weekend will be September 18th and 19th, and team formation will be open during September 13th. So get on that Clash game quick if you want to do it, because I know I was trying to scrap together a team, and we had like 5 minutes to lock in, and I could only get 3 people, including myself. And, Swag over here was, he was actually at church, so that was awesome. So great job.
Oh gosh, dang.
That's okay.
Whoops.
So
I
go
mean,
to
you can always do free agent, Gregory.
whatever. So just go to church earlier. Okay. All right.
Oh, okay, great, thanks.
Sweet. Do you want to talk about the skin releases or no?
Yeah, sure. We got Crime City Nightmare is a new skin line. Also, Phoenix. There's a Phoenix skin line now.
Okay.
So Crime City Nightmare, Akali, Shaco, TF, Darius, and Zyra. And
Okay.
then we got
Wait. These the best skins out of these are, in my opinion, Shaco, Darius, and TF.
yeah.
Probably Shaco is the best though.
I mean,
in my opinion.
Akali is not bad. I mean, I think one of them is legendary, but
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not actually sure. Not actually sure.
Okay.
And
Okay.
we have Phoenix. We have Brave, Phoenix, Zaya. Yeah, they have they have adjectives before these.
Right.
So I'm just gonna say Phoenix, Zaya, Phoenix, Anivia, which is pretty obvious choice. I don't know why they wouldn't I don't know why they wouldn't make skin for her, a Phoenix skin for her before now, because she is literally a cryo Phoenix.
Oh, so have there
In-game.
been other Phoenix skins that have come out? I'm not even keeping up with that stuff.
No, it's I think this is new.
Oh,
I think
okay.
this
Well,
is a
then
new
they're
skin
putting
line.
her out in the first round of skins here. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
Okay, and
yeah. But I'm
and-
saying, okay, never mind, never mind.
yeah, okay, fair. And
Okay, and then Seraphine.
right. Graceful Phoenix Seraphine, wonderful. And I don't know, probably Divine Phoenix
Okay.
Anivia is the best skin, and they need to stop releasing skins for champions that already have a bunch of skins. Just release them for my girl
Come on,
Maui.
money, Gregory, money.
Release them some skins for Zillion, and I won't be as upset. So
Yeah, legendary skin for Zillion when? I will not be buying it because okay, I might.
Okay, fair. All right, I think that does it for the patch notes. So
Mm-hmm.
we are on to League News. All right, I think you start us off here.
All
Swag.
right, yeah. So the Ruination is over. It's been over for 3 weeks, but we never did a podcast. So, the event was all right. It was mediocre, but they absolutely threw the lore in the trash. So,
Okay, I like trash cans.
okay. That interesting preference. So, the cinematics, basically there are a lot of plot holes, plot inconsistencies in all of the stories that they released. They had a comic, they had a visual novel in the client, which Gregory did not read.
Of course not. The waste of time. Waste of
He
time.
absolutely skipped the whole thing. And then there were the cinematics, which do not, they don't, they're not consistent with either of the stories. They're not consistent with the comics or the visual novel.
Oh,
So,
good.
the whole situation is effed, and I really think they should probably retcon the whole thing. And
Okay.
yeah, that's all I have to say about that. But the next news that I have after that is there are a bunch of Pentakill promotional videos. There's Pentakill lore now, and everyone is getting a new Pentakill skin. All the Pentakill members are getting new Pentakill skins.
Right.
So that's Sona, Karthus, Mordekaiser, uh, Yorick. Who else?
I guess would have been helpful to look these up. Or you're just coming up with them off the top of your head.
Yeah. I know there's five, and then there's Kale. So Sona, Karthus, Mordekaiser, Yorick, Kale, and gosh, someone else. I
Here,
don't
here,
know.
here, here. Kale. Okay. Karthus, Kale, Mordekaiser, Olaf, Sona,
Olaf.
Yorick.
That's who I'm forgetting. And
Um,
yeah, you can go watch those videos. That it's pretty metal. It's like, yeah, metal lore. And they have um, a metal world, like a metal universe, where it's like, oh gosh, yeah. So like when the universe was created, some guy was like, doing a sick riff or something. So
right, right. Very sacrilegious. So happy to see that. And we can leave the link for that in the show notes.
yeah.
Okay.
And now we got your news, Gregory.
We do have my news. Well, it's not really my news. It's kind of Riot Games news. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
you're right, right. So apparently there was an application called League Plus. I downloaded it today, tried to log in, and I forgot my password. So I'm gonna have to reset that. So I didn't get a chance to go look at that. But what they're doing is they're kind of creating an application. It's going from being League Plus to being what is it, Riot Mobile. And on this Riot
Yep.
Mobile app, you're going to be able to follow a bunch of things going on with Riot Games. All the different Riot Games. They're going to have League of Legends, um, League of Legends Wild Rift, Valorant, Legends of Runeterra, Team Fight Tactics, which, everyone loves Team
Yep.
Fight Tactics.
And then when they have that fighting game, they're gonna have that.
Right, right. So it's gonna they're saying that the enhanced experience includes player profiles, cross game and cross region chat, and quick paths to search for friends and start conversations. So it seems like it's going to be kind of a hub for maybe esports news, and also a messaging app, as well as I imagine they're going to have like the patch notes on there and stuff like that. So
Yeah, which is what League Plus was supposed to be.
right,
It
which
pretty much just sounds like League Plus, but
has
I
all the
think
other
they
games.
stopped. I think
No,
they stopped supporting it.
well, I think there were a lot of bugs as well. They have a
Yeah,
whole section
they
down here on
like they stopped supporting it, so there's a lot of bugs.
right, right, right. So, if you already used the League Plus app, then maybe this is going to be an option for you. If you didn't, and you were just fine not doing that, you probably still won't download this. So,
Uh-huh. Yep. And
yeah.
actually, they tried to make League Plus a like a cross game app as well. They wanted to add Valorant. That's why they added the plus.
Oh, okay.
It used to just be like the League Friends app or something. I don't remember, some
Oh, yeah.
stupid
I
name. And
remember
then
that app. I remember
and
that.
then they added a plus, and they're like, oh, we got all the news from Valorant too. And
Fair.
then And then they got 2.7 stars on the Google Play Store.
Well, to be
So,
fair, like Wild Rift doesn't even have like 5 stars. I think it's like 4.3 or 4.2
yeah, but
on the Play
2.7
Store.
is really bad.
No, yeah, I completely agree with that. All right, so that wraps up the news for the week, and now we'll get the
Into solo queue status.
into solo queue status. Correct. So my solo queue status right now, I'm gold 3 LP. I've actually lost 80% of my games recently, and or 80% of my last 10 games played. So not doing too well, not doing too great.
Cool, cool. It's pretty much the same for me. It's probably worse for me,
Right.
actually. I am Silver 346 LP. I 2 days ago, actually, I used to be Silver 174 LP. So I was just kind of I've been in losers queue
Yeah,
for the
however many
past
games
two
that is for
days.
you to go all the way down.
Yeah,
Super
which honestly doesn't take much because I don't know. My MMR was really bad in Silver 1. I was climbing, and my MMR was awful. For some reason, Riot just decided not to increase it. They're like, this kid here is Duck, and let's keep him in the same spot. Let's keep him in silver.
You're right. Of
And
course.
you know, yeah, my LP wasn't increasing. I was climbing, and then all of a sudden, I actually started, losing games. People got so bad that I couldn't win. So
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so now that we have solo queue status out of the way, we're gonna go over our best and worst games in our recent match history. So I will. Should we start with? Maybe we should start with worst, so we can be kind of like positive.
yeah, I don't have a best one, honestly.
But yeah, but I definitely have a worse one, and I've picked a best one. So
Okay, okay, sure, go.
okay. All right, so my worst game, it was bad for sure. 29 minutes, 34 seconds. I went Alistar bot with Aftershock, of course. First time playing Alistar in a very long time. Didn't really know necessarily what to build, but they make it pretty easy at this point. So I went 1, 13, and 7 with a 31% kill participation. And on op.gg, I got 9th place. I had myself, I was gold 3, 2 other gold 3s, and 2 gold 4s. So 3 gold 3s and 2 gold 4s against 4 gold 3s and a gold 2. So, they set us up for success on that one. Shout out to whoever
Right, matchmaking, yeah.
does the algorithms for Riot Matchmaking, because we were probably doomed from the beginning. Because they had 0 gold 4s and we had 2. So wonderful. All right, what about your worst game, Swag?
Yeah, something super interesting. You actually just bring up all the metrics for your games. You're
Well,
like, it's bad because I had,
well,
there were people on the enemy team with with a higher rank
right. Well, don't
than me.
don't think I'm like luffing off
Yeah.
my responsibility for the loss. I mean, I went 1 and
Yeah, no,
13.
I get it. I get it, but I'm just saying I think it's pretty interesting how you like whip out all the metrics and you're like, okay, so my KP was trash. I died a bunch of times. That's why it was a bad game. But my games are really more just how bad I feel
Oh yeah,
because
sure.
it feels awful to play this game sometimes, and I really don't care about how bad or good my score was.
Okay.
I really care about how awful the game made me feel because Riot does their game design in a way that doesn't. It's very feast or famine. It's either you feel great, smashing everyone, or you feel awful, feeding your butt off and like having no control over the game, which is what this Volibear game was. Okay. I went 2-6. I went 2-6-1,
Okay, not too bad.
which isn't a bad score, but what was really bad is what actually happened in the game. So the Kayn stole my entire jungle. Before that, in the champion select, one guy picked Yone, one guy picked Yasuo. They said, what is it? They said Wind Bros, and then they started joking about like kissing each other, and I'm like,
Nice.
Yone and Yasuo are blood brothers in the lore. You guys need help, right? Okay. By that point, I should have probably dodged. So we get into game, and the Poppy and Yasuo, it's Poppy Yasuo bot lane, right? They go invade. I'm there. Okay. I the Kayn is by himself. The enemy Kayn is by himself. I like Q. I try to go in. I like walk up. I see two more people. I walk away, right? And then, I mean, I went over this in the replay, so it's very vivid in my memory. And then, basically, I think one of us dies. The Basically, Yone is staying top. He never came with us, so one of us dies. And for some reason, later in the game, they say, why did you engage level 1? I never attacked. I never engaged, basically, is what I have to say. But since everyone got low, everyone actually just took a lot of damage, and one person died on my team. So that gave Kayn time to steal my blue buff. Okay, so I go back down to blue. I'm like, okay, blue buff isn't here. I go to red without a leash, and then I go back. I go to Kayn's blue buff, right? He fights me. The enemy Riven comes to help him, but my Yone doesn't come to help me. Okay, so Kayn kills me with the help of Riven, and then Kayn takes my entire jungle. He takes my entire jungle, like all of it. Literally every single camp while I'm dead or under leveled, and then he just keeps invading me, and I can't farm. I can't do anything. I can't walk into my jungle without dying. And it just felt so good because I had absolutely no agency over the game. I had no control over the game from something that wasn't even my fault. So
Well,
that's my worst game. It just felt really horrible to even play the game because I had zero control over it. And I love that. I love that.
that is good.
So I have one other game that was pretty bad. I played Yi.
Wait, hold up.
I'm like,
If we make this too long, it's gonna be a sob story.
okay, yeah, I know. I'm just gonna say the Yi thing real quick.
Okay, real quick.
Okay, so I was playing Yi because I was like, I need a carry. And
You're
then
right.
I pretty much died repeatedly to the Viego. So I ended up the game 2-9.
Oh,
And I hated that too. Hated that too. But that one was actually my fault.
fair.
And
Fair. Well, we
really,
can't.
yeah, really, a bunch of games recently
Have been terrible.
not my fault. They've actually been not my fault. I've lost from no fault of my own. Basically, my team feeds, and you can't do anything. I said the other day on my stream, which I stream at twitch.tv/the real swag bastion, and I said the other day that Faker couldn't carry my teammates, and that Dopa couldn't carry my teammates. Doublelift couldn't carry my teammates. Okay, if every single one of my teammates fed their butts off, which is what happens most games, then no one could carry my teammates. No one could win that game. Even the best gosh dang player in the world couldn't carry that game. Unless, of course, they were playing like their absolute main and they were just making godly plays nonstop.
Right.
Which I don't even know if they could carry by that point still.
Right, right.
So, right now I'm just trying to figure out what I can win with consistently. I don't know if I have to play carry. I probably do. The thing is, I main Phil, so I'm either getting jungle or support most
You main
games.
Phil. Yeah.
Yeah, main Phil, lol, which is not recommended. But I put it as a goal for myself, and I want to actually
To
commit
climb
to
with
it.
Phil. Sure, sure. All right, moving.
So it's Phil to gold.
Okay,
and,
moving on.
All right.
So moving on to best game, I was able to pick this one out because the metrics, like Swag is saying, the metrics are pretty good on this. So I was playing Mordekaiser in the jungle. It actually turns out I got 7.7 farm per minute, and also had I had a 23% kill participation rate, but honestly, I'm not upset with that because I had 7.7 CS per minute. We also finished the game in 15 minutes 3 seconds, and my entire team did amazingly. We were up against a Viego, Trundle, Yorick, Jhin, and TF support, and we just completely rolled them. We ended up getting 22 kills. They got a total of 3, and I got a perfect KDA. So, to be fair, I had an Auction on my team, so pretty busted. And I didn't even finish. What is it called? The AP healing item. Shucks. I'm drawing a blank on it right now.
Riftmaker.
Riftmaker. There we go. Yeah. So no, that was probably the best game. Probably in particular because my CS per minute was so good, and the victory was within almost 15 minutes. So yeah.
All right, very good. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right. Well, League of Legends, suffering for me.
Wait, do you not have a best game? Are you not going to do one?
No, I don't really.
Okay.
I mean, I could look through here.
No, it's okay.
Honestly, I mean, I played a Tom Kench game yesterday. I misplayed pretty hard a few times.
Okay, we're talking about best games, so.
Best games.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I don't really have one within the past few days.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you for joining us on the first League Bros podcast. We hope it was insightful, enjoyable, slightly entertaining. And I don't know. Do you have anything else to say, Swag?
No, that's pretty much it.
All right. Sweet. Catch us next time on the League Bros podcast.